Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the other new series. Right now, I'm gonna be giving you what if Naruto created his own village. Remember to get this 1 to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out what if Naruto was trained by Kaguya. Part 1, I just did that new episode, so go ahead and check it out and enjoy. And also, guys, I posted over my community tab, so switch over there and vote, because I'm gonna be picking the one with the most vote to do an anime king 2. So switch over and vote, guys. And also, today at Anime King 2, I'm gonna be giving you Uchiha Naruto, the Sage, and also Naruto, the God of Shinobi. So after you're done over here, go ahead and check those out and enjoy. And remember, guys, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And go on ahead and comment down below and tell me if you enjoyed this new series, so I will continue it to the end. So thank you all for your support and help. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Peace. So we start this episode 3 days after Naruto failed attempt to bring Sasuke back to the village. As Naruto was kind of shocked, no one came to visit him. Not even Sakura, after he tried his hardest to bring back Sasuke, as he thought that something was wrong. But he was told to stay in the hospital, and today is a day that he will finally be out. As Naruto stood up, as he was putting on his clothes after he finished, an envoy appeared in the room. As the envoy looked at Naruto, "Your presence is requested at the Hokage's tower," the envoy said immediately, and then he vanished. Naruto was confused, but he still decided to head off, as it was strange. Naruto was walking through the village as he saw most of the villagers with smile on their faces as they looked at him, as Naruto didn't get it. Usually, they glared at him and sent hatred towards him, but now most of them had smiles on their face. As one of them then shouted, "Finally, demon, we're gonna get you out of this village." "What?" said Naruto, as he started a threat. As Naruto didn't look back at the villager, he just rushed towards the Hokage tower. Once he got there and entered, the receptionist told him to go to the council chamber. Naruto went to the council chamber as he saw Envoy at the door. The Envoy then opened the door for him to enter. As Naruto saw everyone inside, the elders, the civilian council, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Tsunade had a pissed look on her face, and Danzo had a smirk on his face. He also saw Sakura, as her mother was on the civilian council, as Naruto smiled at her, but Sakura sent a frown his way. As Naruto calmly walked up to Tsunade, "Granny, what's going? Get to your seat now," said Koharu, as Naruto looked at the elder. As Tsunade didn't answer him, Naruto simply walked over to his seat. "Naruto Uzumaki, do you know what this meeting is for?" Tsunade asked him. "How could I? I have been in the hospital since I came back. What's going on, Granny?" The civilian council and the elders have decided to banish you from the village. When Naruto heard that, he went dumb for a few seconds, as he didn't understand. "What did you just say?" he asked again, as Tsunade repeated herself. "Why?" Naruto asked, as a few tears formed at his eyes. "Well, Naruto Uzumaki," said Danzo, "we have find out that you have been using the Kyuubi's chakra when you face off against the Uchiha at the Valley of the End. And we have also gotten information that it is all your fault why the Uchiha left, and we will no longer have a Uchiha clan in the village." As most of the villagers glared at Naruto. "My fault? Why is that?" Naruto asked. "Because of your rivalry with the Uchiha. You always kept on one-upping him. So that is why he seek greater power and he decided to leave the village. And for that, it is all your fault," said Danzo. "How would that be my fault?" Sasuke was the one who chose to leave the village. The only thing I did was to get stronger. Shut up, boy, said Danzo, as Naruto went quiet. As Naruto then looked at Tsunade and Jiraiya. Are you guys really going to allow them to do this? As Tsunade gripped her fist. I am sorry, Naruto, but the decision has come to a vote, and they feel like you're more harm to the village than good. What? What have I done so bad? Naruto asks. As Danzo then talk again. We have seen that you have been letting your emotions get over you, and you have been releasing the Kyuubi's chakra in small portions. Yeah, said one of the civilian council. We can't allow you to release the beast and kill everyone in the village, so get out of here. Shut up, said Tsunade as she looked at the civilian council. As the man went quiet as Danzo went back to speaking. So boy, we no longer desire you in this village. What? Naruto said, as a few tears were now at his eyes as he kept looking around. As Danzo had a smirk on his face, this was all part of his plan, to make Naruto get banished from the village, and know that the elders and the civilian councils on his side, he could do it. And once Naruto is banished, he will capture Naruto outside of the village, and then he will use him to become a great root agent and a weapon behind the scenes, so he can be control of the most powerful Jinchuriki in the world that possessed the nine-tailed Biju. As Danzo smiled to himself. Naruto looked at Tsunade as tears are now leaking out of his eyes. This can't be real, said Naruto. I am afraid it is, Naruto, said Tsunade. Pervy Sage, Naruto said, as Jiraiya gave him a sorry look, as Naruto hung down his head in shame, as Jiraiya couldn't do anything about it. As Tsunade gritted her teeth as she looked at Naruto, as tears formed in the corner of her eyes, as she couldn't do anything against it, even though she was a Hokage. Danzo has gotten something to make her have to banish Naruto. The Fire Daimyo. Danzo reported everything to the Fire Daimyo and told the Fire Daimyo that Naruto is a threat to the Fire Country and the village. And the Fire Daimyo and Danzo had a long talk as Tsunade tried to convince him otherwise, but the Fire Daimyo told her to banish Naruto from the village. Let him cause another village problem. They also know about the rising organization called the Akatsuki that is hunting the Bijus, and they don't want the Akatsuki come to the Leaf Village and destroy it. So that is why the Fire Daimyo side with Danzo. Naruto Uzumaki said Tsunade, from 9 p.m. tonight, you will no longer be a part of this village. You're getting enough time to pack your things and go. Naruto didn't utter a word, as he thought that this was all a dream. After all he'd been through, after all that he did, and they were now banishing him from his own village? As Naruto then started to remember everything from when he was young, all of the pain and the suffering that he went through, as he glared at all of them. You will all pay for this, he said, as he walked out of the room, as tears were at Tsunade's eyes as she didn't want to do this. Jiraiya was also pissed as he wanted to kill Danzo because this was all of his doing. As Jiraiya feel like he failed Minato, his son got banished from the village that he risked his life to protect, as Jiraiya cursed himself on the inside. Naruto then headed off as he started to hop from roof to roof, as Jiraiya was going to talk to him, but for right now he's going to give him some space. Naruto then went on one of the roofs as he waited. He wanted to see Sakura. He wanted to hear her opinion on all of this, because he risked his life to get Sasuke back for her. Even though he failed, he tried his best. Sakura then came out of the room. As she was walking with Ino, Naruto then jumped down off the roof. Sakura, he called out as Sakura stopped. As Ino looked at Naruto, as Sakura told her everything that happened. As the news has been spreading from the first day that Naruto was going to get banished, but because he was in the hospital, he didn't hear anything about it, and Jiraiya was trying to find a way to stop him from getting banished. That is why he didn't visit Naruto. Sakura, Naruto said, as she turned and looked at him with so much hate in her eyes. This is all your fault, she said. as that was like a slap in the face to Naruto, because at this moment, Naruto was in love with her in this point of the story, as tears immediately formed in his eyes. I tried my best, said Naruto. I I couldn't bring him back. It's all your fault, she said. Those elders, they all said the same thing. You're the reason why Sasuke left, because you ever challenged him. You always try to beat him and challenge him, and he desired more power. And you're the fault. Now, just get out of the village. You're already banished, so don't talk to me. Sakura, how can you say that? Naruto asked. Get out of the village, said Sakura, as she was in so much rage. Sakura, said Ino. Naruto is your friend. He was your teammate. Don't treat him like that. I don't care anymore, said Sakura. Sasuke is gone, and it is all because of him. I hope you die out there on your own, she said. Naruto then started to step back as he ran off. As Ino cursed at Sakura, you shouldn't have said that, Sakura. What's wrong with you? He was your friend. How could you say that? With Hinata, she just overheard the news that Naruto got banished. As tears came at her eye. What? Where is he now? She asked one of her advisors of the Hyuga clan. Well, I don't know, the man said, as Hinata then rushed out of the room. Back with Naruto, he was back home, as he stayed in his house, not really doing anything, just looking up at the sky. As he then heard something at his door. He heard a small knock as he walked up to it and opened the door. As he saw Hinata standing there, he looked at her as she saw the emotionless look in his eyes. Naruto, is it true? Hinata, Naruto said. As from his voice, she could know that it was true, as she then gave him a hug. But Naruto didn't hug her back, as his hands were at his side. Where will you go now, Naruto? She asked him. I don't know, he said. I don't even know what I'm going to do with my life now, but I have to leave the village tonight. It's an order from Tsunade, he said, as he hung his head in shame. No, they can't just kick you out like that. Why? Why would they do that? It doesn't matter, Hinata. I have to leave. They already come to a vote for me to leave the village. But I still can't believe what she said. What are you talking about? Said Hinata. Sakura. She told me to leave and she hoped that I'd die out there. What? Said Hinata, as anger flared in her eye. Why would she say that? She say it's my fault that Sasuke left. Naruto, what time are you supposed to leave the village? Hinata asked him. 9 o'clock, said Naruto. Alright, I'll be back soon, said Hinata, as she left the house in a quick speed. At Sakura's house, she was currently in her room, as she was lying down thinking about Sasuke, as an image of Naruto then came in her mind, as she felt a bit bad for what she said, but it was his fault. He was the reason why Sasuke left the village. And at the moment, Ino was upset with her for what she said to Naruto, but she knew that she had to apologize to Ino. But why should Ino care? She likes Sasuke as well, so she should be angry at Naruto. There was then a knock on the door, as her mom was out, so Sakura went to open it. When she did, she saw Hinata standing there with an angry look on her face. As Hinata was pissed, Hinata, what? Sakura couldn't get to finish that sentence as Hinata slapped her across the face, sending Sakura a distance back. Hinata, what's another slap across her face, sending her down to the floor, as Sakura was now looking up at Hinata, holding her cheek. Hinata, what was that for? How could you say that to him? After so much that he's been through, how many times have he saved you? And you dare say that to him? You piece of garbage, Hinata growled out as she looked at Sakura. As Sakura was stunned, this was the first time she ever saw Hinata angry. Hinata, who are you talking about? You don't even know who I'm talking about. I am talking about Naruto. Hinata yelled out. How? How could you say all those things to him? He deserved it, said Sakura. He's the fault why Sasuke left. You stupid idiot, said Hinata. How are you going to get it through your thick skull? I have seen you with Sasuke a lot of times, and I realize that he don't care about you. It doesn't matter what you did. You were the one who begged Naruto to bring him back. You were the one with Sasuke that night. Why didn't he listen to you and come back to the village? And now you're disrespecting Naruto? You're happy that he's got banished? You cruel, wicked, heartless witch. Hinata was cursing as Sakura started to feel something in her heart. It was, well, pain, as she realized that she did a stupid thing. As she remembered Naruto's happy, cheery face, with his smile and always greeting her, and calling towards her and asking her out on a date. What have I done? She said. You realize it now, don't you? You saw all that you've done. You have hurt him so badly. And he already got hurt by getting kicked out of the village, and now you've hurt him again. You disgust me, said Hinata, as she walked out and slammed the door. As Sakura just lay there, as she realized that she did something stupid. With Hinata, she then rushed to her clan compound, as there must be something that she can do. As she went home and tried to talk to her father, but her father told her that there was nothing that she or he could do about the demon boy. As Hinata was pissed, as she then went back over to Naruto. As he wasn't there, his things was all packed up and in his room, but he wasn't there. As she then started to search the village for him. Right now Naruto's on the Hokage's monument, as he was crying looking down at the village. As Jiraiya appeared behind him. Kid, said Jiraiya. Pervy Sage. As Naruto slowly turned around and looked at Jiraiya, as tears were in his eyes. What am I going to do now? Naruto asked, as tears formed in Jiraiya's eyes as well, as his heart was breaking seeing Naruto like this. This stupid village after he has done so much. Naruto, it has come to a final decision and you have been banished. But don't worry, I will be with you all the step of the way. I will accompany you while you're out of the village. You can also do some hunting mission for money, so you can be safe for now, Naruto. But I'll make sure that you're alright. That isn't it, said Naruto. I know I can live outside the village, but what of my dreams, all my goals? Everything just came crashing down. I have nothing now. I can't become Hokage. I used to think that I could become Hokage and people would look up to me and treat me different, and then I would rule this village and I would bring peace to the ninja world. But now, I have nothing. I am just broken. What can I do now? Naruto said. You're not broken, kid, said Jiraiya, as he walked up and sat beside Naruto. You will get through this. Time skip. It was now 9 o'clock. As Naruto went and visited the old man and Amy and said his goodbyes. As the both of them cried and was sad, how could the village do this to him? But it wasn't like they could do anything about it. But the old man and Amy gave Naruto a lot of instant ramen so he could take with him, as they also gave him a lot of free meals so his stomach would be full, as they really felt bad, but they couldn't do anything about it. It was now 9 o'clock, as Naruto had on his backpack. As he was walking to the gate, everything was packed and ready. He turned and looked at the village, as he heard Hinata. He then saw her running up to him, as he stopped waiting for her. As she launched onto him and gave him a hug, as all her shyness was gone right now, because he was going away. Naruto, I am coming with you, she said. No, you can't do that, said Naruto. I am not going to mess up your life just because mine is going down the dumps. You will stay here. But don't worry, Hinata. Some way, I will do something about this ninja world. I will do something, and you will see me again. That's a promise. That's a promise of a lifetime, Naruto said. Really? Hinata asked. Yeah. Don't worry, Hinata. You will see me again, said Naruto, as he gave her a hug, making her blush, as he then started to walk off. As Naruto came upon the gate, as all of the Jonin senseis were there, along with Tsunade, along with Jiraiya, who had a backpack on his back as well. As Tsunade saw Naruto walking up to them, Jiraiya, make sure he is safe. I will find a way to get him back in this village. I will, said Tsunade. Just find it soon, said Jiraiya. As Naruto walked up to all of them, as he saw that Sakura, she wasn't here, but Choji and the rest of his friends were. As they all felt very bad for Naruto that he was banished from the village. As he then said his goodbye to each and every one of them, as they all didn't have any hatred or anything towards him. As Ino was now crying how painful this scene was. After so much he did for the village, they banished him, and she really hated Sakura right now, as she just rubbed salt into the wound by saying those horrible things to Naruto. As Ino looked at Naruto, I am so sorry, she said. It's not your fault, said Naruto, as he then turned and looked at the Jonin senseis, and he also looked at Tsunade, and he was angry, as his eyes focused on Tsunade. She was the Hokage. She should have found something to make him stay in the village, and with that, he looked at Kakashi, as he didn't know why, but he was just so angry at all of them, all of the Jonin senseis, as he just walked off. Naruto said Tsunade as she wanted to say something to him before he leave, but Naruto didn't turn back, as he started to walk. Naruto said Kakashi, but Naruto didn't turn back, as he just kept on walking until he was through the gates, as he then headed off. Look like the kid is pissed for now, but I'll talk to him, said Jiraiya, as Tsunade hung her head in shame, as she wished that she could have done something to stop this, as she couldn't allow Naruto to be banished from the village. But because of the Fire Daimyo and Danzo, she couldn't do anything against it. And with that, Jiraiya headed off behind Naruto. With Sakura, she finally came to terms what she'd done, as she rushed towards Naruto's house. But when she got there, all the lights were off, as she then rushed towards the gate to see if she could catch him. When she got there, she saw Hinata crying, and the rest of them had a sorry look on their faces. Damn it, she cursed to herself. As she missed it, he was gone. As Hinata glared at her, as she just hung her head in shame. Days later, Naruto was currently on his own, as Jiraiya had to went away and deal with some spy network. But he gave Naruto a couple of scrolls to learn some wind type techniques, as Naruto was currently in a forest by himself around a campfire, as a couple of fish were on stick frying in the fire. As he has done a lot today, a lot of training and learning some of the techniques that Jiraiya gave him. Jiraiya come to visit him once in a while, because he still had to keep up with his spy network, and he was still a part of Konoha. Right now Naruto doesn't know why he kept on training or what. What is he going to do with his life now? What should he do? Just give up on being a ninja? He is no longer a part of a village, and why would another village accept him? The beast inside of him would just ruin everything. I know, Naruto said to himself. I will create my own village. Yeah, I'll build my own village, and then people will have to respect me, and everyone will know my name. And all back at Konoha, they will beg me for help when they realize how good my village is doing. But I have to get people. I need help. Suddenly, Naruto heard ruckus in the bush, as he quickly got to his feet and pulled out a kunai. Several kunais then came at him, as Naruto deflected them all, as 4 Root Anvu jumped out of the bush. Who are you? Said Naruto, as they didn't say anything, as this was a team that Danzo sent out to capture Naruto, so he can take the power of the tail beast for himself under his command. But Jiraiya was always with Naruto, so he couldn't attack him then. But now, he has a good opportunity to take Naruto that Jiraiya is gone, on his spy network. As the Anvus then rushed at Naruto, they didn't have the intent to kill, so Naruto was dodging them all out as he was jumping out of the way and deflecting them as they were coming at him with a few normal blows, as their kunais and weapons were coated in a serum to make him sleep so they could take him back to the village without any fuss. But Naruto didn't know what the hell was going on as he started to deflect them all, until a kunai was stuck into his arm by one of them who caught him off guard. "Damn it," Naruto said, as he felt his eyes going woozy, as he dropped to his knees. But before the Anvus could grab him, a man appeared out of the bush, coming at Naruto with fast speed, as he knocked away all of the Anvus. He then pulled out a white katana, as he then moved in a swift motion and decapitated all of them with one strike, as that was the last thing Naruto saw as he passed out. Hours later, Naruto came to, as he was at another campsite, as he saw a fire. He looked around, as he quickly got up in a defensive mode, thinking that the Anvus were still here. But he then calmed down that he saw the man who saved him. "Hey, who are you?" said Naruto, as the man turned and looked at him. "My name is not important, but you are Uzumaki Naruto, am I right?" "How do you know that?" Naruto asked. "Well, news has spread around the Five Nations that Konoha has kicked their tail beast out. And you're very popular, kid. Other village wants you. And also, I have heard about a new organization that is coming after you." "Akatsuki?" Naruto wondered. "Wait, how do you know those things?" "That is not important," the man said. "But if you stay out here on your own, you're going to die." "And why are you saving me?" Naruto asked him. "It's because of your name." "My name?" "Yeah, you're a Uzumaki. And I am a samurai. My samurai clan was sworn to guard the Uzumakis and protect them. And my name is Moshi," the man said. "I thought you said that your name wasn't important," said Naruto. "Well, it's ready for me to tell you now. So, you saved me because you're a samurai and I am a Uzumaki?" "Yeah, that's my last name, Naruto Uzumaki. But what is up with it?" "You don't know, do you?" "Don't know what?" "About your heritage. You being a Uzumaki and all." "Being a Uzumaki? That's just my name." "Yes, it's your name. But it once was a clan. A village of Uzumakis." "What?" Naruto said in shock. "A village? Where is this village?" "I am afraid that it no longer exists." "What do you mean?" "The village is still there, but the people, they are all dead." "What?" Naruto asked, as Moshi looked at him. "Yes, they were all wiped out. The Uzumakis were becoming too powerful, so other villages wiped it out." "Damn it," Naruto cursed as he looked at Moshi. "So am I the last Uzumaki?" "From all I know, yes you are." Naruto just hung his head. "You can't stay out here, you must come with me." "Why should I?" said Naruto. "I have a new goal now." "A new goal?" asked Moshi. "And what might that be?" "Well, I am going to create my own village. I may be banned from Konoha, but when I create my own village, Konoha will come to me when they see how good my village is doing." "What? So you want revenge?" Moshi asked. "Well, not exactly, but I want them to see that they made a mistake, and there are a lot of people there that I hate very much." Moshi looked at Naruto. "So how will you achieve this goal of creating a new village?" "First, I have to find people. And you, Moshi, you're the first one. Like you said, you are to guard the Uzumakis. So, will you follow me and help me on my journey?" Naruto asked. Moshi looked at Naruto. "Help you on your journey? That sounds interesting. But It will be hard, said Moshe. Don't you think I know that? Starting a village won't be easy. I will need money, people, villagers, people that aren't stupid and blinded by hatred. And I also need power. And Moshe, you seem quite powerful, so you will have to teach me. You're talking like you're my boss or something, said Moshe. Well, you just told me that your responsibility was to guard the Uzumaki, and I am a Uzumaki, so you're to help me, said Naruto. Don't worry, kid. I am going to help you, and I'm going to make you strong, so you can protect yourself about the new threat that are coming. Because after hearing the news, a lot of other village wants you because of the power that you have inside of you. They want to take that power for themselves. The Kyuubi. I know, said Naruto, but I won't allow them to. But guys, gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out What If Naruto Was Trained by Kaguya. I posted a new episode of that, so go ahead and enjoy. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.